Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to do a collective reading, just like a general reading. We are going to, I have written down to get a full moon message, but last night I had had the ancestors come visit me, so I think I pulled in my mind when I got up. I had the thought of connecting with the ancestors, what they want to tell you about this full moon energy, you know. So ancestor spirit, but this is going to be it's timeless. I don't know why I'm saying this, but evidently it's a reason for it. This is a timeless message. This is just a message from the ancestors with the moon energy that is current, in which right now we have the full moon in Sagittarius, right? So, gosh, this card keeps coming up. And if she comes out, we'll know for sure that that's like our big card. But just getting messages from our ancestors, what to work with this moon energy. I know I talked about when with the new moon, I did a reading and I talked about how, a lot of people like to manifest with that new moon and do all the things and so this is a good time to release things, reflect on things, putting whatever, letting go of anything that you've put out there with that man. It's time to, okay, it's in with it being in Sagittarius, that manifestation, letting it move on its own, or it is a fire sign, which is all about going out there and doing things. So if there is an opportunity for forward movement, take that forward movement for sure. Okay. And so also take these messages again as collective general. Take them with your own discernment, with following what your heart and your mind is telling you. Follow your own intuition. If something's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. If it's something that'll help you, it'll help you. If it's something that's not, it won't. It could be something that maybe you could help someone else with, or something that you might need later, or something that it's a confirmation of something. Okay, so we're going to take it as that. I did see this one, so these are, I'm going to take it. Oh, we got a couple messages. Okay. All right. Oh my God. You know what? Remember I said if that card comes back out, we're going to go with it. But it did not come out. But I see a card that's really connected to it. And it's kind of, it said connect to Mother Nature. This one is get into nature. Get into nature. It says coexist together and limit waste. So a lot of you guys are asking to look at how you're leaving your footprint into this world. Like, what are you doing? Are you wasteful spending? Are you when it comes to food waste as well? Like, are you able to eat those leftovers? Are you able to recycle some of those food scraps back into a garden or into compost or something like that? All of those things, not doing, oh my God, what is it called? Because I used to, and oh my God, it's called something fashion. It's so wasteful. It's go out and we just like buy different clothes every season, instead of going to a thrift store. And I know I'm saying it. You can go to a thrift store and find nice things that to refresh your closet. You don't have to always buy new, or reusing things, or passing things down, to donating things, not just throwing them out as well. Those types of things. So that limit waste comes in all aspects of your life. Look at different aspects of your life where you can limit waste. We all can do this. If everyone did one or two things and changed one or two things of limiting waste, our planet would be so better off. We would be doing so much for nature. We would be doing so much more for Mother Earth as well. In that co-existence, because we exist on this earth together, and the earth is alive with its plants, with the animals, with everything, with the ecosystem of earth. We're part of it, and so we should be making sure we're mindful of the things that we're doing. So I'm gonna go this way. Interact, relate. So we have community, family, and traditions. So this one to me is, how are you showing up in your community? How are you? I'm really into this. Oh my gosh, someone in here is like really high, into environmental stuff. So I'm all for it. Okay, do what you do. Thank you. And so, how can you bring environmental stuff to the community? What can you do? One of my biggest dreams, I'm going to tell you, is I had this, I was taking this money class, and in the money class it said, if you had, just, money just throw away and you could do whatever with, what would you do? And I was like, I would buy, and they have them like in, I think they're like in South Korea or somewhere, where they have these buildings and they're beautiful and they're very eco-friendly, but at the same time they have it where, I would have a building and I would have it like a community like the bottom would be like a big community center, that you could have all of these wonderful things for people, and they would be for the people who live in the building, and it would be an apartment building, where a nice apartment building, not like one of those slums, but a nice one where, it's not overpriced, like, so they're nice, but people can afford them, but they're also eco-friendly, and there's also a community center down at the bottom that's broken up into stuff that has like classrooms and different things that people can do. And then they would have like this big area with a garden, so people can go out and do gardening, and like having events where people come in and teach about different things, about gardening, about sewing, about just all of the things, some traits that we have lost over the years. And I don't know, that is some of my dream, but I'm saying, how can and that's just something, if I had like millions and millions of dollars, that's something I would do, and to give back, and making sure like children are taken care of, but not just children, but the elderly, because those are our two vulnerable groups that need to be looked out for. Okay, I'm back. I went into my happy place of like what we could do for the world if we had all this money, right? And so I feel with community, family, traditions, it's like, what traditions are you passing down to your family? That even though you can't go really big with things like what I was just talking about, maybe there's something small you can do. What can you do in your community? What can you do for your neighbor? What can you do for your children? What can you do for your, extended family? What is something that you could do that is helpful, and again, that ecosystem of living and loving together in this community. Then we have be thankful, gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. So looking at what you have, like, so some of you might be sitting here and say, well, Tony, I don't have anything. I can't do anything for anyone. Well, you know what? Go and say, I'm thankful for waking up this morning. I'm thankful for the electricity. If you're watching this, you have a phone, you have internet. You're thankful for those things, and you're thankful for that last meal you got. You're thankful for, the bed that you have, or the friends that you have, those things, being grateful for those, being thankful for your ancestors, for all of the stuff that they had to go through in the past. So you could be here, so that you are here. And it might have not been, maybe you had the hardest time. Maybe you had a hard time growing up and it was not the best home life. But don't think that that's the end of the world. It's not. Find something that's good. And I'm not saying don't don't recognize that yes, it was hard and it sucked. I'm saying look at the gratitude. Look at what you can appreciate in this moment right now. Okay? And the last thing is we have nature spirits. It says the elves, the fairies, and rock formations. So again, oh my God, and this is interesting that they came up because when I was meditating this morning, I had a whole freaking freaking Lord of the Rings popped up in my head, all over up in my meditation, and I was like, "What is this?" And there was just there were like pivotal moments in the show that kept popping up, like where Gandalf says, "You will not pass." Like that's a big one. Or when the orcs are coming after, when the Fellowship is broken up and the orcs are coming, and Frodo and what is his friend's name? And Sam, have to ride off and the guys are fighting, and they get on the boat. That scene came up to me. Or the scene where the Frodo is there not wanting to throw the ring into the fire, and Gollum, bites his finger and takes it and goes down and takes that, and dies with the ring, and then that part where Frodo decides, I can't take this anymore, and it's time for me to pass over and go into a different world. And so it's like pivotal moments I was thinking about. And so I think with these nature spirits, they are looking at pivotal moments, how this earth is being affected, because if you look at it, like how are we affecting the earth? How are we pouring into nature? Some of you guys can be connected to the fairy realm as well, and working with that, and working with the elements as well. Okay. I know. No, I won't go into that. Okay. I was going to talk about I was going to talk about the rock formations, but I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know why, but I'm not. Okay, so let's get a moon message. So we are very grounded. This was very earth, nature, connecting to, and so going into that as above, so below, and being very grounded. So being very grounded and rooted in where you are. So this is, even though you could be, relate to a star seed. You could relate to being more than just this world. But right now you're being asked to ground and bring forth healing into this world, and bring forth nurturing this world, and taking care of the plants and the animals. Oh my gosh, and things are just flying out at me from the moonology. But at the same time, when we're looking up at the moon, and we're looking up at the stars, and we're looking up at that stuff, because we have that connection as messages. One more. Okay, one more, please. I have two already, and I was asking for another one. Oh my God, they have oh my goodness. You guys, these cards, they're all turning up. It's like everything is true. It's like every take. Just give me one, please. If not, they gave me two. They're being honoring. Okay. I'm going this route. It says nothing will come of this situation. Void of course. So this is I think this is a Pacific message to someone. Nothing will come of this situation. So if right now, like, oh yeah, I'm getting a really good yep. Okay. So if you're watching me and you manifest something that is not for the highest good of mankind, that is not going to happen. Just straight up. I'm just going to let you know. Nothing will come of the situation. Nothing will come of anything, things that you've put out there that are not for your highest good, or even others' highest goods. It's not going to happen. I don't know who's watching who needs this message, but someone needs to hear this right now, that it's not coming. Whatever. If you put out there, for evil deeds to be done or something, not happening. Straight up, not happening. Okay? And I will show you what will happen, because a win-win forecast, a win-win outcome, and outcome is a forecast, full moon in Libra. So this is saying there will be balance. That the situation where you're trying to make it be a certain way, no, there will be balance. There is a win-win situation. Both sides, there's an even balance. So whatever is put in is what you'll get out, and whatever you're putting out there, if you're putting out there to a situation, a person, or thing, or anything, whatever they put out, that's what they're going to get back as well. It's going to be a win-win for them and for you. And so what is your intention? What is your intention for the light, or what is your intention for the dark? Because that's what's coming back, and that's what those cards say. And I know that totally disrupted. I don't know if the ancestors came in, and I don't know. And also nature is, there's a natural, also going back to, there's a natural balance into this world, and we have to take that. And nothing is mutable. Nothing is yet set in stone, which Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So this is actually this is very fitting. Nothing is set in stone. So maybe some of you too think things are the way they are, like, oh my God. And it's saying, don't think that this is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. Okay. And that's interesting, because I was thinking about those rock formations, and those rock formations, as you know, rocks can over time change and move, and erosion breaks them down, weather breaks them down. Things can break down rocks, just like a crystal. Like, I'll get a stone. One of my daughter gave me. Like, my daughter she knows that I love crystals and rocks and stuff, and I have them all around. So she'll find rocks for me, and she'll just bring them in the house, and they're just rocks outside, and they're fine. And I keep them because they're important, because she brings them, and they're also great ways to put them in your hand and actually ground, because they are of the earth, and it's very grounding energy. Here's another one. So just like this stone could have could have been like this, where it's ragged like this, like it's hard, like this crystal's that's a raw crystal. So like raw crystal, I also have, here is a raw tiger's eye. You see, it's raw, but if you tumble it over time, if it's mixed with some small pebbles of sand, water, whatever, other elements can break it down. Like water can break this down. Air can break this down by a lot of air blowing on it. Fire can break this down. So things, when you mix elements together, that things happen. Just like when water is heated up, it turns into evaporation. Right? And you get condensation, you get all of that. So just like nothing is set in stone, it's mutable. So something that might seem like, oh my God, this is what it is, it doesn't have to be. Okay? So never lose hope. And I'm glad I said that, because our last one is have faith in your dreams. So maybe there was something that you put out there and you thought, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen. And it's saying nothing set in stone. Keep having faith in your dream. Keep having trust in the divine. Trust in God. Trust in your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you connect with. Trust. And as long as it's in the light, and it's not trying to bring negativity and darkness into people's lives, and into this world, into this earth plane, it's for the highest good of all, then it's going to work out, because things are really being balanced. I feel like in the world, especially with those scales. It's very much balancing time. I really feel, especially this year. This whole year is a big balancing time. Okay, So I don't know why I pulled out this Mystic Mondays Tarot, but I did. Maybe I will do something, but I'm going into the Shaman's Dream Oracle because I feel like I'm going to end it with this. Keep it short and sweet today with our message. Okay, what do I need to know? Shaman's dreams. Any dreams they might have had with this full moon that might come up, and anything they might dream tonight, or they dreamed last night, or anything that we need to look at that help them with this full moon energy that they can take away today or the next day or whenever they need it. Do you want to? Oh my God! It's like it wants me to take. Okay, it wants me to take that one. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, any more? Okay, all right, got it. So we have the crossing initiation. So I think, oh yeah, I think a lot of people are. Some of you are definitely going to different timelines, different portals, stepping up into different place with this initiation. It's a crossing, going on crossing on some way, you know. Let me see. The crossing. I didn't read anything, so I'll read this one. The rite of passage. You have come to stand on a side of the river. The opposite bank leads into the darkness of the eternal cave where the old dies and then the born and is born again. This is a place where time is forgotten and the seasons cease their dance and stand still as if the temporary response. You must cross the river now, honoring and respecting this transition, for it is time to say goodbye to your old ways of navigating your world. Don't be afraid. This is interesting because, right, this card actually came out first, and I don't know why, but I picked, I wanted that one first, but this one came out first, and it was the Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure, which Sagittarius love adventure. They love movement. But remember the crossing talked about you have to move across the river, and we have the Spirit of the River. So going across the Spirit of the River into something different and something new. So I won't read on this one. We know that we're supposed to take that initiation, that beginning, and go across this river. Um, so it is there. And once you cross this river and get towards that movement in this energy, this full moon energy, Sagittarius, you're going to have eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. So wow, like I really feel it's like you're going to be moving beyond. I don't usually say this, the competition. You're going to be moving beyond the competition, be moving beyond um, where you are. Okay, what the level you're at, you're moving past that level. So you're no longer, so say, okay, take it like this. So sometimes, oh, in school they have reading groups, and like I remember they broke them up in colors. So the green group would be like your strong readers, the greens. That's like go. Your yellows they were okay. They just need a little work here and there. And then your red was the ones who struggled. So it's like you are moving from red to yellow, or even moving from yellow to green, or even going from green to rising above that. So it's like rising above that. And I'm going to read some from that, and we're going to go. I don't need any. I'm not going to do that tarot. Okay. It says, Eye of the Eagle, protection, inherit trust rising above the fray. The eyes of the eagle offers you the gift of foresight and the skill of looking ahead to see the unfolding of destiny before it manifests in reality. The eagle's extraordinary vision allows it to spot a tiny mouse from its lofty perspective as it flies thousands of feet in the atmosphere. In a similar fashion, you too can train your keen eye to discern the workings of humans. Eyes of the eagle is an invitation to witness the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the beautiful, yet react to nothing. Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it simply rises above. You know what you you are protected. You can fly high above judgment slangs, and arrows, and the darts of envy from others who may not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over crumbs. Like I said, you're flying above that. You're like, I'm not even paying attention to that. That was kind of like my reading on, oh my God, no. Was it? Did I talk? Yeah, that did come. I don't know. Yeah, I said sit back, say nothing. Just like whatever. Yeah. Let that go on. It's like, oh, I know why. Because it's like, now I know I got the tarot out. It's like the Five of Wands, or even the Five of Swords, where people are just wanting to argue and bring in mischief, and you're just going to fly above it. So oh my God, I guess we're into what tarot. I'm thinking 2 to 3 cards and see what they give us on this whole message, because it's like you've crossed over, you crossed this river, and you're like, okay, I'm moving above this. You're not in that group anymore. You're not there. That's something you're not rocking with anymore. You're like, I'm done. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a message. So we have this, we have princess. Oh, perfect. We got the moon out too. So perfect moon energy coming out. I love when the cards, when our guides just show up faithfully to us. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the page. We have her, and it is like that crossing, because the page is on the earth plane, walking this earth plane stuff, but is highly connected to spirit as well, highly connected to the divine. So taking that and moving forward. And then we have the moon moving forward into the unknown, oh my God, this moon is great because it's like on their own island. It reminds me of that no man is an island. Well, it's this, you're like, I'm moving away from this stuff and going on my own island, and I'm going with the unknown. I'm going with what's out there. But moon energy, like the full moon energy, is there's a full moon. Even though it's a full moon, you can also see the crescents of it. So this, even through this whole moon cycle, through the rest of this moon cycle, as we go out of it, going with that and following the unknown and going to rising above to this star energy. Oh my gosh, right? Rising rising above the fray, becoming that shining star, that light, that this could also be healing, but I feel like this is more getting your wings and being seen, and yeah, and just really coming out there. Like, the song that just came to my head, it's that I'm coming out, I want the world to know. Yeah, there's a new me coming out. I don't know the rest of it, but yes, I forgot who sings that too. I want the world to know. I don't know who it is. Okay, but it's that's what that star energy is. So fly above the mess, like whatever. I'm not paying attention. Know that you're protected, knowing that there's going to be balance, and anyone who throws anything out there, not working, not happening. So this was a great message from the ancestors, and keep putting your message out there about nature, connecting, just doing just the smallest things, just all of those things that I talked about at the beginning, really tapping into those. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. You can like this message. You can comment about this. You can get all my information down in the box below. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here again. Bye.